No, they get because when they want to laugh, they don't do it. So Memorial Week. That's very true. So I don't those fabulous.
All righty, here we start. Here we go. For our movie watching. And they start that Facebook ad thing. So because that's right.
Oh, good. See how they do it.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Great. See that? That's you, sir.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we're trying to get back to
I
that.
get back down.
I keep forgetting myself. So. Show me. Show me right. Fields. That's like.
Field Sensei knee ring.
When we got it. I didn't. Last week. It's all going in.
Good too.
My dad usually twice a week. Huh?
Did I pay Jackson to vacuum?
Somebody right?
All right. Yeah, today's in the ladder drills, we're going to go ahead and start with some basics to get back in that groove again a little bit. All right. So just spread out if you can, and so find the spot on the red. All right, and this gets ready. Good. And can I get? All right. And whenever you warm up, remember, take time to, initially you only go in, 50%. As your muscles warm up a little bit, go a little faster. By the time we're finished, you should be going 100%, breathing, everything. And for you, like that, just take your time when you step. Remember, when you guys are stepping, you have to step with the front, with the pad of your foot, the ball of your foot first. So it's not this. So when you step, it's this, and then put down. Until you get your stance first, then do your punch or your block or whatever it is you do. Shoulders down. Try to push them down. I think the men generally have a harder time with that because it's just, I don't know. So, all right, ready? And step in, oizuki, step and punch. Same side punch. Itch! There you go, lean back, shoulders down, shoulders square. And aim for the solar plexus if you can. That's going to be, it's going to feel like it's really low. It's going to feel really, really low, but it's not. So like yours is here, so come down, shoulders down. And a little more this way. So try to keep from pointing that shoulder this way. You still want them down here. Sort of square. Knee. There you go. Put down. And sun. Chi. Remember, foot comes in and passes by, and then reaches out. Foot comes in, and then out. So it's not this. So keep an eye on that. Sun. Lean back. Here we go. Ah, you feel that? Okay. There you go. Ah. Go. Roll. Sit. All right, Maru means step over. Please turn around, step over with your front foot to step over, turn, and then down block kiai. Every time when it's a Maru. Maru. Yeah. Excellent. From here, yakuzuki. Yakuzuki is the reverse punch. So the first move, you're going to do it twice, punch twice. Then after that, it's one time. Etch. Shoulders down. Knee. Sun. Knee. Good. That's good. There you go. And shoulders back a little bit. Yeah. That's really good. Sit. Hitch. Keith, this is something I did actually sort of Kenji said so. Try not to use this part. So like something about catching the air like that, I don't know, that's, you know, they want you to go out. It's the same thing as when you go, you know, so when you go, they don't, I don't know, it's there's a little stop measure from your solar plexus to there, and it doesn't work as well, so they, you know, so,
Forcing air out, it slows you breathing
you know, so,
down. On an end, right?
yeah, so when they want you to go, you know, so don't catch it in the mouth, don't, you know, sometimes blackbirds get little habits of it, you know, and that ends up later having an effect of shortening your movements as well, because you're timing your body with that, so it's shortening. So just something to think about. All right, from here, age uke yatsuki. Who remembers? Age uke yatsuki. I know you would. Lock, rising lock, reverse punch. The grandma, the senpai should have known. And
She did.
yeah, she did. And all right, good. So try to get everybody used to the Japanese part of it all. Remember, this is a Zenkuzu dodge, so it's going to be about this much longer on your stance. So your foot goes from straight to slightly turn. Not this, but just slightly turn. I can't turn very well. Knee. The hand that is out is the hand that blocks. So switch your hands, Mr. Locker. There you go. Oh, yeah. All right. So this hand that is out is the hand that blocks. So what you're going to do is you're going to step, and then this hand blocks, and then punch. So if you remember those three things: step, block, punch. And to remind yourself what I used to do in the military, whenever we were learning how to march, you know, right flag, right face, my trick was I would squeeze like this, so when I heard right or left, so I knew which way to go, because they tried to mess you up. So something, you know what I'm saying? So when I first started learning this, that's what I did. I remember, so I would remember it's the hand that's out blocks. So whenever they count, or right before they count, I squeeze it so I know. I'm like, okay, that's the one that blocks. Does that make sense? That's my trick. You can do whatever you want. That's just my trick. So that's what I like to do, and sometimes it helps. Me. Done. Get the stance first, then the block. G. Go. There you go. Try to use those hips, Mrs. Neal. Start throwing those hips in there. Roll. Pitch. There you go. Lean back. And see how your stance is a little skinny, so widen up just a little bit. So maybe we'll not take your time. I'm not counting super fast. So I wait for everybody to go. So I'm not going super fast. Take your time to get that stance, and then do the block punch. So that you don't have to feel rushed. So don't feel rushed. I'm trying not to do it really fast. Maru.
Yeah.
All right, from here, Yoko Uke Yakusuki. Yoko Uke Yakusuki. That would be side arm block. Side arm block, punch. Okay? As you're moving, remember that side arm block's got to come underneath. Not on top, underneath. Using both hands. So when you're here, it's both hands. Look at step, both hands. One, hip is back. Two, punch. Ready? Touch. Knee. Sun. Feet. Go. Good. There you go. Roll. Try to make sure that the wrist is engaged, not this. Engage the bicep here. Sit. Try to breathe a little bit when you do it. So when you're doing it, just try to breathe a little bit more when you do it. Jump. Maru.
Yeah.
over with that foot first. Okay, from here, check the lights, real quick, yours. And, come on, hey! Uchi, uki, yakuzuki. Uchi, uki, yakuzuki. That's forearm block, punch. Make sure it goes across your body. So it doesn't just stop here. It's got to go across. Shoulder width, shoulder height. So it's not up here, it's not down here. And the same thing, the wrist is engaged. Ready? Knee. Good. And so this is a hard one. Done. So as you step, then touch it. So step, and now you step it back, and back. Now block that one. Now block it across. Yeah, and then touch. There it is. Across. Go. There you go. So when you're doing it, roll. So your hand comes back. One, no, one is back to across and touch. No step, no step. This is a new one. So as a white belt, you wouldn't have done this. But as a yellow belt, you start learning it. Good. Okay. Okay, Maru, step over and turn down back here. Yeah. Excellent. From here, gate down over eye, Yakuzuki. Down block punch. I don't know why it's not a uki, but it's gate down over eye. I don't know why. I should ask the Japanese something. I don't know why. Why is all the other ones uki and that one's not? I'm sure there's some story behind it. Yeah. When it comes to maybe it wasn't actually a block, maybe it was something else. So, because you tell me, uki always means block until you get to down. Except, I before E, except after C, right? All right, here we go. And lean back, pull those hands back. Knee. There you go. Lean back, pull it back. There you go. Take your time. Sun. Chi. Go. Step over. Yeah. Almost there. Step over first. You're almost there. And yame. From here, shikudachi. Shikudachi. Oizuki and shikudachi. Push your knees out. Oizuki means the safe side punch. So your feet are going to be in line. So if I'm going off this line, my feet are in line. Try to avoid this. You look, see how my feet are overly turned? Knees are over. Try to avoid this. I don't know how the kids do it. They do like this. I don't know how to do it. Pushing the knees out. You know, it's a hard one. With the legs. You know, try to stay down. All right. And honestly, the adults have better shikudachi than I've seen in the classroom kids.
You watch them.
Huh?
You watch them.
Yeah, they have way better shit. The kids, their knees cave a lot. I don't think we spend enough time doing it in classes with really like running basics up and down. Because the kids, their shikudachi are really bad. All right, and that's like from white belt all the way up. You know, when I get them a brown and black belt, I try to fix it. But again, with the coronavirus, it's been hard to fix things because the brown and black belts haven't really. It's been hard to get. It's been really weird trying to get them in now.
Without the competition.
Mm-hmm. And the things I'm fine with that competition. I'm doing great. Saved me a bunch of money this year. You know, not having to worry about it. All you know, but the kids when they're used to that, the kids coming up don't know the difference. But the black belts, you know, and I don't particularly like that. So I like to have them come in and do something and so do it. It's been fun. And then we also have that transition with the brown and black, with the black ones leaving a lot because of college and so we got a brand new crop. We have a huge crop of brown ones right now. Our next test will have a whole platoon test. So there's a lot of them. Okay, ready? And come on, take. All right, step through. super, super thin. Poor thing, when you step it through, same thing. I like so my heel is up, boom, and then it pops out as I turn that foot. So then when I turn as well, so I'm going this way, instead of turn, pass, hand stays out, boom, here. Does that make sense? Trying to coordinate that. That way you don't turn sideways. Ready? Catch! There you go, shoulders down, get down, push your knees out, toes open. So yeah, that's about how they're gonna push those knees out. Right here. Open that door. Open that door. Don't move it, there you go. Here. So you gotta push them out here. That's a hard one. Yeah, you have to go with guys. I'm gonna make a belt, D order, if you're interested. Stop! Okay, pushing in for the hip. G. Stay down, go! Yeah. Maru. And yummy. What else are you ready? And come on, I didn't have to turn it. Come on down. I'm not killing you with the next step. So, like I said, Mr. Lockwood, here. So try not to here. You at home or even here, sometimes they do it here as well. I practice a little bit. I haven't done with adults, where you sit on here and you bring it back into here. And that's a good way. After that, pull the belt. I don't do it with adults too much. Yeah. I'm gonna get all up in here like that. If you're like barely an adult, like a McKinsey or a Nico, you're barely an adult, yeah. Then yeah, okay. I know you sincere kid, but you grown ass with the grown ass man, I'm not come on, push your knees. You know what I'm saying? But I'm showing you ways because you can also do train also on the mat. You know, train on the wall this way, push it out this way. I know, don't laugh. I know. I'm just saying. And there's also ways of doing it on, on the ground. And we're gonna all try that right now because I want to show you what I mean. So, yeah, that's right. So what you do is, I'm sorry about this, guys. Come on now. You push your knees out, and then you just lay back, sit back, and push back. And try to make that into a perfect thing. You feel all that pushes on your hips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there too.
Yeah.
And you try to push back a little bit to feel that. That's a good stretch for you to have when it comes to working out that sheet up in your hips. Oh, it hurts. It hurts my knees. Really? It hurts my hips, my God. Mr. Myers seems to be pretty, come on back. Oh, yes. Come on back. And you should feel it like all up in here. Push the hip balls. I had my kids, and that's just something you do at home if you want. You know, like the moms do. You know, again, when we have younger people, I have them do that, and then I'll have someone push their hips back a little bit more, so they can get that feel. After I had my daughter, I was able to do really good high kicks when I was before, and my hips spread out, so my pelvis, I think, opened up once for some reason. It just never was the same. I had a hard time with that, kicking her down. So my hips are always really hurt. Huh? Oh, I do. She keeps asking me, when are you going to stop putting it on my head? So I give her. You know, I says, well, it's not true. And on her phone, she's has me labeled as birth giver.
Wow.
Has her dad.
Life giver.
No, it's the birth giver, not even life. Has her dad labeled as with the, has like little bitty money bag with wings. And then when she tells Siri it's calling, it's like calling dad. It has the labels, dollar sign, something, like, it's really funny. And then with me, so they're calling birth giver, she has another little things attached to it. So I'm like, oh, dude, they need to live. All right, next. Yakuzuki Shidashi. Different than Oizumi. So you're going to be at an angle. Try not to be too straight like this. It's barely at an angle, honestly. And then the hips are thrown in. You've got to come in. Come in. See it? then step out, boom. Comes in, then step out, boom. Get the stance, then through touch. Same thing as everything else. So try to avoid getting it too straight and coming in and out. That's how you want to do it. So come on, take. Ready? And itch. So you see how you're pulling this way? So open this up more. Bring it back. More. Now, the difference? Gotta get in. So like I said, you're barely at an angle.
Yes.
Knee. And then you're able to stick those hips in. Son! There you go. It's hard. It's okay. Come on. Get down. Sit. Go to the sit. And then push your leg.
I'll get this week.
Push your. There you go. Now up. Open up. Bring that foot over. See how that foot is, that knee is caved in? Sit down. Turn this foot in. Turn it. Now push that knee over. There's difference a little bit?
Yeah.
Really, you should be a little bit more over here. Because like I said, as the yellow belt, you're just starting to get it. Sorry, guys. Let's try to stay down. Go! Don't come up. You gotta work the hip flexors. It's a hard one. Lean back. Roll. Very good. Push it down. Push it. Even the weight. The weight is like this right now. Even that weight. And yummy. I know. I didn't think you have to go all the way through. And come on back. That's not so good. So for you, Mr. Blackwood, I know you're just getting back into fight shape here.
Yeah.
On the walls, we're gonna do it is just to try to practice that so that your weight is evenly distributed in here, and then your back is straight. I tend to lean forward as well, so I use the wall a lot, even if that sits for that. Making sure it's not like this, and I'm not leaning this way or some other way. Being able to push those knees back and have it back. That's the only thing I think. So because right, your weight distribution, it's sort of a new stance move. You haven't done hand in. So it's a new stance move. Don't let your boys be hard.
I won't.
All right, cat sets. Shuko okay, Miko Washidachi. Knife hand, Shuko okay. Miko Washidachi is a cat. Let's review briefly with Mr. Lockwood, just the basic movements and cat set. But I'm going to need you, Mr. Lockwood, to come up to where you can see yourself in the mirror.
I can see down.
Yeah. I like everybody to see each other in the mirror, but see themselves. But the one that I need to really work on with it. All right, so let's go and start for everybody else. Good. We're going to start with just the stance. Heels together, toes apart, like the sumidachi. So if you're at home, this is how you work on your cat steps. Then you take, let's do our right leg and put it the heel in the arch of my foot, pointing straight. Now from here, you're gonna go push it out onto the ball of my foot, knee straight, and I'm leaning back. Don't bend your knee, just lean back. Okay, so my heel is up, and I'm leaning back. So when I move, this is the way to work on your footwork on it. You open, plant and open, and then you step through and leaning back. If you're in the mirror, you can see, if you have, you want to make sure that you cannot see your back heel. So wherever your foot's at, that front foot is, you got to move it to where you can't see that back heel. Plant it open and step out. Leaning back. Then reach with that front foot. Like I said, heel is up. Plant and open, step. Plant and open. You don't want to see that back heel on either side. So you don't want to see it here. So I don't want to see, I can see, when I look in the mirror, I can see the back heel here. And I don't want to see it here. I want to cover that back heel with that foot. Plant and open. This way, this shows you a way of how to move in cat stance without killing yourself with your legs. If you take a moment, if you're at home, you're doing this. Now, if you have the right stance, bend. And then come back up. But right now we're practicing on the movement. Plant and open, step out. Plant and open, step out. Plant and open, step out. So you can, there it is, step out. Just, yeah, there you go. So don't bend right now, just like I said. So you don't want to be too close. It's pretty much as far as you can go. with that, and leaning back with that heel up on the ball of the foot. Plant it open and step back, step out. Plant it open, step out. Little kids, I'm like, look in the mirror, see, look at your feet. I can't see my feet. And I didn't believe my own yoga. Until I went one day and I looked behind him, I'm like, oh my God, you can't see your feet, can you? You're too short. So I go, move up now so where you can see your feet. Plant and open. The little ones will never be able to see their feet right now. But you want to get your body used to the feeling of it being in the correct stance. Now, to move back, you're going to bend and reach far back. You're going to plant it and open it, and then you're going to drag this foot, wherever it goes, to that spot that it needs to be. So bend, reach, drag. Bend, reach, plant and open it, drag it. And get that stance. Hands on the hips, pull in the back. Bend, reach, plant and open, drag. Bend, reach, plant and open, and drag. Bend, reach, plant and open, and drag. Bend, reach, plant and open, and drag. And when you reach, you want to reach really far. So check your back foot, Mr. Lapwis, and these turn in a little bit more. There you go. And yummy. That's the way of working that without having to kill your legs. Moving is the hardest part when you're doing katas. You have beautiful katas, right? No, you move. Then it appears like, you know, let's see.
Or standing up.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's try the same thing now. This time, just with the cat stance. I'm not going to worry so much on the block. I know you guys have it. Right now, I want to work on that cat stance. So then, the subidach in the middle. Step out. Now, bend. Now, plant and open. Now, stay down. Well, I'll say, open it a little more. And then step. My hips should be back. My hips are 45. Plant and open. Step back. Looking in the mirror. Making sure I can't see my back heel. Plant and open. Step. Plant and open. Step. Plant and open. Step. Bend that knee, and look on the heel. I'm on your ball, your foot. Oh yeah, bring it back a little bit. There you go. Plant and open. Step. Oh, that's it right there. Plant and open. Step. Plant and open. Step. Now we're going to go back. Just reach, plant it and open, and then drag it where it needs to be and stay down. Reach, plant it open, and then drag. Reach, plant it open, and then drag. Try not to drag too skinny or it comes in too much. Reach, plant it open, drag. Reach, plant and open, drag, hips 345. Turn that back foot heel in just a little bit more. All the way. No, all the way. There you go. And then come up. And shake that out. That's the correct position. Now, yeah, mirrors at home looks good. But opposite your mirrors. So we'll try to use them here so you know what your body feels like when it's in the correct position. All right, that's great. Great. Got some water? Come on back. Right. Get some water if you're home. Come on back.
I heard that.
I want you to warm up. Warm up. On your butt line, said cheers. And then warm up that second half. If not, it's okay. Warm the first half. Okay. While I go over their stuff. All righty, let's go. All right, we're going to review with the junior height because I know it's been a while. Let me scoot you guys up, scoot over here a little bit. Miss Neil has some room over there. You know, the guy, even with the spark. You know, when the guys spark, and even when we do kata, I notice, like, guys take over the whole room. When they spark, they do something. So, can I help you?
No, man, I was trying to get it face, man.
No, those are for people that have.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Just give it on.
No. Normally, maybe once in a great while, I get a baby. And then I would do it for a while. I always worried about that when I first got here, but it hasn't been that bad lately. And I know it hasn't been long, but I don't know what's going on. Because lately, I get it at least once a week. Like that, or something weird. Huh? Yeah, I'm not talking about who it is or anything. But, all right, so, yeah, so anyways, when I spar, the women will be like, the girls will be like, what, like in one little area, and the guys have this whole area. And then they're all up in the girls' area. I'm like, you have a whole freaking gym, and you're over here, and they just say the house. So with teenagers, so like I'm sitting there, like the girls will have one little area, and next thing you know, the guys will be all up in the grill with their house. I was like, dude, I don't know, I think it's got to take that room. Parents want to take the room. All right, ready from here. Joy, we're just going to start with you now. We're not going to go through the whole line out here. Turn, down block, edge. There you go. Knee. Now, long down block the other way. Edge. Excellent, Mr. Rob. Bring it down a little bit. Knee. Good. To the front. Edge. Good. Knee. Rise and block. Rise and block. Edge. Here. Here. Okay, get it down there. There you go. There you go. Now, all the way around. Edge. That's it. Bring it down. Sit it down. Check your stance. Make sure you got a good stance. Lock it all in. Yeah. Turn. Yeah. Just move. Lock that in. And then bring this forward. See how that is? It's a little bit better. Okay. Oh, it's down. Okay. Now, when you step, both feet should be straight. Step, punch, edge. So bring it back. Bring both feet straight. Bring that back. Bring that foot. There you go. Now, and then lock. You still have to lock that back knee, but that front foot is there. It is. Now, going all the way around. Edge. Excellent. Okay, that's it. Take your time. Don't rush. I know it's nerve-wracking to push from back. Step, punch, edge. Okay, so bring it back. So look, come back this. Come back this. So watch. Take a little step. Little step. Ah. Now punch. Okay. The two stances on Janino Kata or Zenkuchi Das, the long stance, and then all the punches have the short stance. So take your time and take that short step. Now this one's going to be a long one. Edge, long. And you'll bring it down a little bit down, lock that back leg. Now these are all punches. So you're going to have that short stance. Take a step, small step. Edge. There you go. Step, then punch. Knee. In and out. Yeah. Yeah. Does that feel better? A little bit? Okay. Pull the shoulders down. There you go. Now from here, all the way around, turn it down like this. Good. Bring it down a little bit, Mr. Bucket. Little step and punch. Knee. There you go. Long to the other side. Down like this. Bring it down a little bit. Right and left. Oh, I'm sorry. Down like this. Second punch, little step. You remember the pattern? It's just the basic mechanics of doing it. You know, the difference between the Zenkuchi Das and both steps. Those are little different. And, you know, you haven't trained in what, like 4 months?
It's about 4 months.
Yeah, it's tough, especially after training when you start now. Okay, so from here, screw it up. Now we're gonna do hand meet up. Mr. Lockwood has hand off it. So everybody else here knows it. We're gonna review it. And then we're going to move on to these guys, and hopefully you can I'll have you sit out, and then every other time come back in. Okay, ready? Okay. All right. I'm just going to go from here. The first move is always going to be that pivot. So I'm going to go slow for you guys. Sorry about that. I know you already know it. Pivot. Now get your stance for the cat stance. Now make a circle block. Get the cat stance. Bring that foot back now. Bring that front foot back. Yeah, get that cat stance. Good. Yeah. The back heel should be flat. So look, first one is lift this foot. See how that weight is right here? Good. Now step. There you go. Good difference. Now step a punch. Okay, yeah, keep that heel down. Okay. Now, from here, long down block that way. Okay, there you go. Now here, this is important why it's so long. Now from here, you have that long stance. You're going to pull those hips and come around and make that into a multi Dutch from the long to multi Dutch. So watch. So when you do it, I want you to think about just turning your back foot straight and your body will move and make that flat. So itch, 1, go. Ah, feel it?
Yeah.
That's it. There you go. That's it. So you don't gotta necessarily worry about it. The kids always worry about bringing that foot. No, man, just bring that back, turn that back foot straight, and it forces the whole body to go with it. Step punch, itch. Down like this way, itch. There we go. Rising like itch. Knee. Yeah. That's all we're doing. That's it. Anyway. And you practice that over there, and you go on with it, and then we'll bring you back in a minute. Right out. And shodan. Over here. And right. And shodan.
Shodan.
Your. Mr. Meyer, please be aware on that first one, your stance is just a little skinny on that. Bring that out a little bit. Okay, ready? And again, I'm nipping it. So I'm gonna nip it. So don't think that your stuff doesn't look good. I'm just gonna nip it. All right, ready? And I'm gonna say Hajime and go on your own. Hajime, go. There you go. There you go. This was this one. Up the watch. There you go. All right. I want to do it one more time. This time for you, you're going as hard as fast as hard as you can to try to move it. So you're looking good. But for you, you're a little younger. You got the body on his hands down. I need for you to have a little bit more, not so slow in the thumb. That makes sense. So like that first part, boom, boom. See like that? See it like when you're hitting those moves, from here. Coming in, boom, kick, and then see it, you're like hitting them with purpose. You're hitting with purpose, but you're a little slower just because you're a little taller, and then you're working the mechanics a little more than he is. So he's doing it, and as time goes on, he'll get a little faster. But you're a little head on that end, so you need to start pushing this. Don't wait for him, because everybody has a different technique. Everybody. My kata is different than his or yours, than Mr. Bernard's. So Mateo's kata is different than Jackson's kata. So everybody has a different way they do it because of their body type. Okay. So one more time, and then we'll move on. Ready? Go. Just go in a circle right here, and then hit it on your own. Hajime, go. Go. There you go. Now, 1, 2, that's it. Now 1. Now hit it hard. There you go. Now 2, 3. Boom, and then, there it is. Now, hit up. 1, 2. Now 1, 2. Now 1. Boom, kick it hard. There you go. There you go. Boom, bang. And then, yeah, bang. Now, turn forward. There you go. 1, 2. The difference? Excellent, Mr. Neal. That looks good. That looks really, really good. You feel that difference too? So let's say you're already almost there. Because I saw you're there with the pattern already, and you're already there smooth tiny. But like you're gonna always be a little bit slower than him, just because his body is age all that. Just like Mateo's gonna be a little bit slower than Jax. In the end, they're gonna finish right around the same time. But throughout the course of the kata, you're gonna have it varied on what that was in the parts.
If I rush it, I'll get sloppy.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So he can rush it, and he's not going to look at it. Because when you rush, you do get sloppy. That's why you practice slow. You practice slow so you have the body movements, and then you speed it up. So then, eventually, as you get better, going fast, you're not going to lose so much. But when you're first learning it, obviously, yeah, when you start going fast, you're gonna lose it. So you can only go as fast as you can go without losing it completely. Does that make sense? And that's even a hard lesson for the black belts, because I go over with the slow and then I'm like, okay, now you're gonna have to give up a little. Your stance might be like this instead of like this, like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay, because you're not gonna notice it. I mean, you hit that hard, and those are little things you give up. Okay. Now, Mr. Lockwood, come on in the middle. We're gonna and just half a hand in, then we're gonna move on to hand Godon, and then back to hand Sandan, and then I'm gonna swap out with her because she's just now finishing up Senchin, and she should be done through half of the kosokundai. All right.
I can remember some of the steps.
That's okay. Just go from here. Remember, turn it first, and then get your stance. So not yet. Oh my God. And remember, that weight is back here. So lift up that foot if you need to remind yourself to put that foot down of where that weight's in. Ready? And pivot first. 1, pivot, and then 2. Now watch. Come on. Sorry. So pivot. Get your stance. There you go. Now bring it back a little. Bring it back. And then boom. Check that ready hand. That's it. That's it. And step punch. Now long stance that way. Down one. And then right afterwards, so the timing on that for you guys, I know you're not doing it, but the timing on that should be 1, 2 on this. Right now we're going slow. Now just all I want you to do, spin that around to that hammer fist and then turn in your mind, focus on turning that back foot from crooked to straight. And there you go. That's all right, you're getting there. And bend that knee. All right. That's the front 6 months touch. There you go. So bring it a little bit. There you go. Lock that back way. And step touch. Knee. You're hitting it. Right now you're hitting it hard. And eventually you'll get that feeling boom, of going back to this one. Down like that. 1. Step and rising one. Remember, Mr. Lockwood, bring it by. Take your time, even though I'm counting fast. Knee. There it is. You see it? Yeah. There you go. And yeah, that's all I want you to. The first half of this kata, the focus is on that cast stance at the beginning, and the kusatsu, the hammer fist. Those are the big focuses on that first half of kata. So I want to make sure you have that before. That's why with the young kids, they only do half, and then they get the black stripe, because that focus is on those first few moves in the kata. Later in the kata, when they get the black stripe, the focus will be then on the shikadachis, because those are the new parts of the kata today. So for you, that's focus on. All right, so if you review that, I want you to review pretty much just turning, get your stance, and then circle block, and then the down block here and here. 1. Yeah, and getting it from a good senkuchi dodge to a good mochi dodge. Not too little, not too long. You know what I'm saying? I know, the balance. That's all I really need you to do right now. Right foot down. All right, ready? Come on over. And from here, hand Godon. Just go to Yoi. I like to do hand Godon, same count for that side block punch. Okay, ready? And then there you go. Knee. Oh, close it. Oh, next one's good. Keep this one. Side block punch. Knee. Good, good, good. Now long. There you go. And then knee goes down, up, turn, and go. Yes. Step punch. Yeah. Now make sure you pivot. Don't just spin. Pivot and then pass that foot by the other foot for that down block and shikadashi. Try it again. It's okay. Try it again. So pivot. Step forward. There you go. Push those knees back. Push those knees down. That's it. And turning that hip, going that way. So remember, for us, we're using that sheet. So we're here, go ahead and step over, boom. Step over with that left leg. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You can do it with the hips because your hips are there, and your legs are a little shorter too. So it's easier, a little bit. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying. Well, no, you're like your body, you have your body sounds just about, you have long torso and short legs. You know what I'm saying? So you can be 6'5". And if you have a long torso and short legs, you have to have short legs compared to, just your body mechanics. His is about even a little bit. My legs than a torso. So it's easier to move in those when you have that shorter legs. It's a little harder when you have that longer torso. I mean, those longer legs and a shorter torso. All right, ready? Or back, reverse. And from here, remember it's going to be elbow, pull. Kia! Kia! There you go. Now check that thing. Check that motor. Check that motor. So open that up. Let's try that again. That's the part that you keep missing. You got the side. So you're here. Now look. Let's go slow. Elbow, open. And then boom. So you're still, see how you're like this? Like it just, it's behind it. Put it behind it. You're almost there. So you bring that back foot back. Way back here. And get off that heel. On the bottom foot. That's really where it should be. So, okay, try it again. So let's go. So from here, it's gonna elbow, boom. Okay. Spin, hitch. There you go. And that's it. Yeah, it's still in here. And then the double support right here. Hitch. Okay, come back, try again. You used to do it. So you're here and go past. Boom. So there you go. See, you get it right there.
Yep.
And these ones go 1, 2. So let's see. Go. So support arm and then boom. Now this one. So up here. So 1, 2. So try again. So let's go back to here. So go support arm here. Okay, and then right afterwards on the next count, make sure this right hand goes underneath and then whip it. There you go. Now come up, hitch. Get it together, so the heart. Spin. Left hand on the bottom to whip. There you go. And yeah. That's it. All right, if you guys go review that real quick, review your Sandan, Shodan and Sandan, and we'll get you over here. Mr. Neal, Mr. Lockwood, we're going to get you over here, and I'm going to give us like this here. All right, let's see what you got. All I want to see right now is I want to make sure you have it, stance, boom. 2, 3, 7, 8. Ready? 1, itch. Itch. So come back. See how you rush it? Take your time. So go with me. Itch. Make it big. There you go. Pull your straight back. You're almost there. That's it. Now, step and punch. Remember, short punch. Itch. Yes. Boom. Lay back. Lay back. Okay. Now, turn it. Down one. Lay in there. One. Okay. Bring it down. Yeah. Circle block. Itch. All the other side. You're a little skinny is what's happening. So you're that's right. Down like that. No. Here.
Yeah.
1. There you go. Bend that for me. That's it. That looks good. Knee. Come back. So you're here. Keep that back heel down. Bring it in. Out. No, wait with me. Bring it in. Out. Boom. I want that first part. You get the lesson. I mean, that first part is the part. That's the hardest. Okay, so let's try it out. Go with me. Go with my kind. Do this. Stance. Now, put it. Put it. There you go. Pull that right in. Now, plant. Bring it by. Put it. There you go. Now, push. There you go. Bring it back. Now, from here, front leg comes around, long, turn, down long. No, you have it right. I'm mirroring you.
Oh, okay.
So everything you're down, it's like you're looking in the mirror, which means everything for me is opposite. There you go. Now from here, I want to turn that in. So I'm going to, my hips are going to go in, boom, track. There you go. Bend any. No, do that. Just bend any. Lock that back like that. And then comes in, step, punch. Lean back. And that's it. You see how that works? Yeah. Just Slow down. You're nervous, slow down. It's okay. Just take your time. Almost. All right, go to the shoulders. All right, Mr. Neal. All right. You wonder about that section, you get used to it, right? Yes. All right, now let's take a look. Let's start with the second half. We already know the first half.
Well, I'm not sure that I
I'm
got
not-
it in the right order.
Okay, we'll go first. All right, from here. Okay. Then sit out, up, around. And then push hard. Push forward. There you go. Go back. Oh, so you see? Now, remember, push forward. So go here. And pivot that foot. So turn your feet in. There you go. Now, pivot that foot too on that push. There you go. Forward. There you go. Okay, next one. Turn. Strike it back forward. There you go. And itch. And go to that next series. Itch. Okay. And go on to the next series. Make sure you push that hard. Turn. Go back. I want you to push even harder. So you here, one, turn, and push, and then pull. Ah, do you feel the difference? It's going to force your body to turn more, and then it looks nice. It just does. Okay. Itch. Knee. Yeah. There you go. Block that leg. Yeah. Itch. Knee. Itch. There you go. Itch. Knee. Itch. Itch. No, now it's just you pull back to the hand. No. There you go. Itch. Good. Bring the elbow down. Bring the elbow down. Ah, feel it? Knee. Not bad. Itch. So try that one again. Land it first. Land here, and then turn it with that foot. Okay. Itch. Ah, so even though elbow down, knees up, and shoulders down, even though it feels slower, it looks better. Don't worry about rushing. You know, the movements, the hands can be fast, but the body doesn't have to. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
And then be careful with that. Yeah. Yeah. So when you do it, all you got to do is then just don't hit it hard. Just don't go like that. But just move it with it. Here.
Even put my arm out to like that.
Okay. Well, do as best you can.
Yeah.
So from here. So even if you need to go like this. So I don't need you to hit it hard. I just want it at the same time as you turn that foot. So you don't have to hit it hard. So watch. Go back here. So you go land, and then now look. Now don't hit it hard. Just turn. No, your hands out there. Now just turn forward. Turn it with your foot. Don't reach. You're reaching. Don't reach. You're reaching, which is what's happening. Just keep it close to your body. See how? Yeah. See what you're doing here? So look. Watch. You're here, right? Now let's go. Now turn that foot straight, but don't reach. Just with your body. Boom, like that. Okay, and then the hand just comes out. Go here. Boom. See it? So don't reach so much. They are. Don't reach so much. Just keep it tight to your body. So that and then just turn it with the foot. Because what's happening is you're reaching. You see it? Okay. All right, ready? Now it's right. Oh, that looks good. Knee. Itch. Knee. Itch. And yana. There you go. Itch. Kick down block. All the way to this is like down block. Let's try it. Here. Down block at the same time as that knee comes in. Or you're adding the block. Okay. So here. There you go. Okay. Down block. That's it. See how you do it. Yeah. And that down block goes as that knee gets in. Okay. Down block. Back. Down. Step out. Step back. Side block one. Punch, punch. Boom. That's that little move. Itch. There you go. Yeah, take your time. It's okay. Now when you come up, take your time. Push, pull. Get that stance. Stance and then push, pull.
Knife hand into
Yes.
back hand.
Itch. Yeah. Take your time when you get up. No, sit back. Sit back. Push. So when you come there, yeah. So get that. Turn that. Go ahead, come on. There you go. So when you come up from here, all I want you just to make sure you come up, take your time, push, boom. This move always gets muddy because they're rushing to the next thing. Okay, now back then again, itch. Okay, now from here, step, you're going to turn side lock. So from here, you're going to turn side lock.
Wrong way around.
Punch, yep, right here. Now turn, side lock, and slide. Side lock, there you go, punch, punch, 2 punches. Now you're going to do the hand showdown move. This one, push, pull. Go back to it again, but I want to say this is a good push. Okay, try it again. So again, roll it again. Place it, turn, push, and wait for a second. And then boom, boom. I want that. Make it like its own move. See what I'm saying? All right, so it looks nice. Okay, ready? Now, here's the part where you haven't got it. You guys need to, you're blocking the kicks. Pass that. You know, you see a lot really go like that. You're blocking the kick. And then you poke. Now from here, you pivot and it comes up. Okay. Now slide it by. Now slide it by here. And then 1, 2, 3. Bring it in. Don't reach, just bring it in. Okay? Now you're going to shoot it out. You're going to look the other way. You're going to lift up like a bow and arrow. And pull. Now from here, you're going to open. It's going to come around. Shoot up here. Comes up 1, 2, 3.
Bring my feet in.
Yes. You're going to spin around with the long stance. Come down. 1, boom, and then, yeah. Yeah, you want to land boom same time, yeah, you know, but right down the shoulder. Okay? Now, open up there. Step through, shigadachi, comes around, and then just like on Basadai, comes in. And on this one, you can finish it with this, like this, straight. I always hate that one. And that's something.
And then I bring that up.
And then from here, check it out. From here, comes in, 1, 2. That's the whole time. All right, and time. I'm gonna take a look at you guys here in a minute, so come on up, have a seat. All right, it's the end of class. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.